Welcome back to the BBQ Beautiful Podcast, where we talk about all things smoked meat and so much more, including hilarious stories about our farm-to-table lifestyle and our love of the outdoors. I'm your host, Trevor. This week we're talking about jalapeno poppers. Remember, the full video with recipe gets posted to the BBQ Beautiful Podcast group on Facebook. We're growing a community of barbecue and cooking enthusiasts. Be sure to post your pictures and videos, ask questions, and discuss with other members. You can hit subscribe on any of the BBQ Beautiful reels to join, and while you're there, give us a like to grow this community even more. Don't forget to get qualified for the Barbecue Brag to Win giveaway contest, episode 25. Let's do this. Okay, welcome back to the BBQ Beautiful Podcast, and today we're at Kyle's, and I'll let him tell you what we're building today.
Welcome everybody. We're doing poppers today.
Nice.
So, quick, easy thing. Popular, goes good with any party. So
Yeah, bacon wrapped.
Always, it's my go-to. It's always been my go-to ever since I bought a smoker, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's fairly easy to do, and your bang for your work.
They're delicious.
is awesome. So I love doing poppers. I think everybody likes poppers. So
And your way is quick, easy, simple prep, and then bang, especially on your Traeger, it's quick.
yeah. And I do add another extra step more than most people, and that's adding the shrimp.
Right.
And so you got to dice up the shrimp. But it's just chili powder, cream cheese, and shrimp.
Yeah.
And core out I always cut them in half.
Yeah.
Core them out, get rid of the veins and seeds, and just keep mixing my chili powder in with the cream cheese and shrimp until it looks the color I want it. Kind of. I don't go by recipes like you, right? I kind of go by heart and what what it looks like.
And
it's good.
It seemed like a lot, but it wasn't.
No, I know. And I always tell people, I'm like, when you think there's enough, add a little bit more. When I tell them my recipe, just add a little bit more. And it's always works out good. So
because with all that chili powder, which seemed like a lot for 1 cube of cream cheese, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
And then shrimp.
Yeah.
You were still getting the cream cheese first.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Which is what you want.
Yes. And the funny thing is that you will not know there's shrimp in there unless I tell you.
Yeah.
Like I dice it pretty small. But I've done it with and I've done it without, and it's for some reason it's 10 times better with the shrimp in it.
Yeah.
My friend gave me the recipe, and because I had his, and I'm like, dude, these are delicious. And then it was a shrimp, and I was like, weird, okay. And now I've done them both ways many times, and shrimp for some reason, and you don't even know it's there. I don't know what it does to it. I don't know the science behind it, but it makes that jalapeno popper a million times better. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So
no, I agree. You ain't picking it up.
No,
like you wouldn't know it was in there.
You wouldn't know it was there, but I don't know what it is about it that it just makes it taste way better for some reason. So it's what I do.
And I mean, obviously it's making it better, so it's doing something. It's just something that's beyond our palates.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but
it's funny. I did the shrimp dip in the poppers for that one recipe, and you weren't getting any shrimp in that either.
Yeah.
And then I used the cans of cocktail shrimp, and you used fresh shrimp. Still,
yes.
I mean, no difference.
Yeah. It's quick and easy thing to make. So that's today's recipe.
Yeah, and the beauty of like how you cooked them on the Traeger was that jalapeno is nice and soft.
Yeah,
and then the crispy bacon, and then again the creamy, smooth filling.
Yeah. For my taste, I like to have the jalapeno soft. Some people might want a crunch to it. I don't. I like it soft. I've sometimes gone as far, if I know I'm cooking it quick, I'll blanch the jalapenos
Oh yeah,
before I put anything in them. I'll just throw them in a pot and blanch them quick.
Right.
because for some reason, I like the softer jalapeno. I don't want to crunch. Don't know why. But
Probably because you like crispy bacon. So
yeah, probably. Yeah. So it that's the way I do it.
yeah, there was definitely a good contrast though.
Yeah.
You get the crunch, the
Yep.
salt,
Yep.
and then for those ones you put some honey heat on them.
I did.
So
Yeah.
there was a little bit of sweet, a little bit of heat, nothing that kids can't eat. It wasn't overpowering at all.
Yeah. I wish there was a little bit more sweet to it. So next time I could still use the honey heat, but I would add a little bit of brown
Brown
sugar to
sugar.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I like the salty from the bacon, and I like the sweet to go along with it too.
Yeah.
So
Almost like a creme brulee
yeah, right.
popper.
Yeah.
I did that on a pork belly in one of the videos.
Yeah. And I end up cranking it up at the end usually. I'm trying to get that crisp on the bacon, right? Once I know
Yeah.
that jalapeno was softened up, I'm just looking for crisp on that bacon after that. That's all I care about, right?
Yeah.
So then you're cranking up the heat, trying to get those things done so you can get them in your face.
And cook way more than you think you need because people are going to eat them.
Yeah.
That's what
And
I
you know
found
what?
about poppers.
Yeah. And if you have an air fryer, they heat up the next day. Really
Right.
nice too. You just toss them in the air fryer and heat them up, and they're just as good.
Right.
So, well, maybe not just as good, but close as you can get, right?
Close as you can get.
They do reheat. It is something that you can reheat, and they're still pretty good the next day. So, or a couple days later.
Yeah,
whatever.
and most of the time when you put those in front of a crowd, there's not going to be many left to heat up.
Yeah, yeah,
It's one of those things you just keep eating and eating,
yeah,
and your brain's telling you you're full, but you keep eating,
yep.
eating.
Yeah, I always make a lot, and then I always end up taking 2, sometimes 3 plates to different neighbors' house.
Yeah.
And I just knock on the door and like, here you go.
Some poppers on
What?
out.
So yeah, my neighbors love them, right? So easy thing to pawn off on your neighbors.
Yes.
So
Get some points.
yeah, for sure. Most of us love cooking and love cooking for people anyway. So
Yeah.
you throw a few extra on just to, give your neighbor a surprise snack is kind of cool too, right?
And the thing about smoking anything is it ain't even worth firing up your grill to just do one little thing, right?
Yeah.
Like when I fire up that offset, there's going to be piles of meat on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So to do 6 poppers is not.
I've never done 6. No, I'm usually, I would say minimum 16 because I cut them in half. So I
Yeah.
buy 8 poppers if I'm going to have 16, right?
Yeah.
And I'm usually I wouldn't buy any less than 8. So it'd be at least, usually probably a dozen of them I buy. And if I'm having a bunch of people over, then, I'm buying
Yeah.
20, 25, 30 sometimes, right? And then you got to figure out your slices of bacon to that too, right?
Oh, I
So now,
know.
okay, I'm in the store counting the slices in the package, seeing how much bacon I need, and then a little bit of extra bacon just in case, and yeah, but easy go-to thing, and everybody loves it. So
Yeah. No, they were delicious.
yeah,
Definitely. Especially if you have a Traeger, give that one a shot.
yeah,
And let us know, how do you do them? Are you putting anything in there crazy like the shrimp that to you is making a huge difference?
yeah. I see a lot of different variations of it, and there's a
Yeah.
lot you can do. People adding brisket, like chunks
Yeah.
of brisket and stuff into them, and there's many things you can do to get creative with them.
When I first started doing them, I was doing lots. That was when I had the egg. I
Okay.
liked the spicy Italian sausage crumbled up,
Yeah.
cooked and put in there.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit.
For sure. Yeah.
But with that said, a lot of the time, simpler is better.
That's kind of what I think, right?
Yeah.
It's something quick and easy you can throw together to when you got people coming over or whatever.
Yeah, because smoking, especially with a few of the videos we put on, it doesn't always have to be a full day marathon.
No.
And especially a lot of the videos we're showing now where it's using the smoker to get some flavor and then finishing it with a braise or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not always like a brisket or a butt where you throw on there and you're tied up for a full day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I've hurried up my poppers too by tossing them on the barbecue.
Yeah.
Right? I need that crisp, and like everybody's waiting, and I need this now. So I'd fire up the barbecue, and now I'm transferring them from the smoker to the barbecue. So
That's a good idea though, because I love char.
yeah.
Like, I love char on meat and food, and everyone, oh, it's going to cause cancer and stuff. Tastes delicious.
Yeah,
I'm not talking crazy amounts of,
Yeah.
not to the point of being burnt, but when you barbecue a pork chop and you get some of that nice char on there,
Totally.
delicious.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think about things like that.
No.
Like char is going to give you cancer. Okay, well, fuck, whatever.
So is my
Die someday
microwave, and
anyway.
so is this, and so is
Yeah,
that.
everything is going to give you cancer. I don't give a shit. Yeah, no. The only thing you got to watch for is when you transfer it to the barbecue, it tends to flare up, and the flare of the grease burning on the barbecue can give it a bit of a different taste to it.
Right.
So
when you move to the barbecue, because like I saw how you wrap them, how you fold the bacon over the end so stuff doesn't spill out.
Yes.
Because when you have to go to the barbecue, you're gonna have to flip them to get an even cook, aren't you?
So what I do is I don't cook on the normal rack.
You don't
I cook them on the upper rack.
So you're not going like direct onto the flame.
Yeah, because if you cook them down low, they're going to be dripping fat, and there's going to be flares. You're going to have a fire
Right.
going constantly. So I cook them up top on a higher heat, whereas the flare is kind of down below. You're not going to have this massive fire.
You basically just speed it up with convection cooking.
Pretty much, yeah. So I'll cook them higher on the rack, but at a higher temperature. So I'm not cranking my pellet grill up really high, right? So that's kind of how I do it.
That's a good idea.
Or you could throw them in the oven under your broiler in the house. Right?
Because the beauty of poppers is you're not cooking to an internal temp like a meat, right? You're not trying to get it. You're cooking them only to the crispiness of the bacon you like, and if you want bite to the jalapeno, or if you want it soft.
Yeah.
And if you, like you said, if you want to blanch it first, not an issue.
Yeah. And now that I'm thinking about it more, and now that we're talking about it, I think the best thing to do, if you're in a hurry and you're trying to finish off the crispness of that bacon, is to put it under the broiler in your oven.
Right.
That would be ideal, because I did find that with the barbecue and the flare-ups, because that grease is going to light on fire the instant it touches.
Different flavor.
Yeah, it does add a different flavor to it, which is kind of a weird, the flavor I'm talking about. Like, and doing it under the broiler in the oven would probably be the best way of doing it, now that I think about it. So that's probably what I'll do going forward.
Yeah.
If I'm in a hurry. That's the only time I do it, is if I'm in a hurry. Normally I'm bumping my smoker up to, 390, maybe 400 degrees.
Right.
If I'm trying to finish it off quicker to get some crisp on that. But now that I think about it, if I'm in a real hurry or something like that, people are really waiting, because a lot of times you're sometimes cooking multiple things, so you're all over the map and this and that. So it might be easier just to chuck them under the broiler for a couple minutes.
Yeah, it'll be quick.
Yeah, and then it's going to be perfect, right?
But I mean, it's not like you're going to wreck the filling. Whether that comes out at 165 or 195 is not going to...
Yeah.
I don't see it changing the flavor profile.
No. The only thing is it gets a little more runny, or it might run out of the cracks around the bacon sort of thing. But yeah, totally easy. I think now that I think about it, we've talked about it, I might just, if I need to do that again, I think I would just go to the broiler in my oven.
Yeah.
Because then you're not going to change the taste of it. Because I did find a couple of the times that because of that flare up, it makes a more of a black smoke.
Right.
When that bacon grease burns, right? And then you get a weird flavor from that.
Yeah, the dirty
It's not
smoke.
super powerful, but you can taste it.
Yeah.
Something's different, right? So now that I think about it, if you slap it under the broiler, it would taste just like it came off the smoker. It's not going to change the flavor whatsoever.
Right.
So we all learned something new now.
Yeah. Right on. But definitely go to the BBQ Beautiful Podcast group on Facebook and give this one a shot.
Yeah, it's the go-to for, I think, most people. So.
Yeah. And then share your stuff there and ideas and what you're doing with these things.
Yeah, for sure.
Right on.
Cool.
All right, I'm Trevor.
I'm Kyle.
We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Okay, it's time for our barbecue giveaway that we're calling Barbecue Brag to Win. One lucky listener will win some amazing barbecue merch that'll take your outdoor cooking to a whole new level. Whether you're a backyard beginner or a seasoned pit master, this giveaway is going to be for you. So what's up for grabs? First, a BBQ Beautiful bundle. This includes one BBQ Beautiful base layer, honey heat, brisket rub, and a spicy chimney from our lineup of seasonings and rubs. Next, one t-shirt and hat of your choice from the BBQ Beautiful website, www.barbecuebeautiful.ca. And of course, there's going to be free shipping. How to enter? First, make sure you're subscribed to the BBQ Beautiful Podcast on your favorite podcast platform. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode or an announcement. Next, connect with us on social media. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or TikTok at BBQ Beautiful. Then share our latest episode on your stories or feed, and don't forget to tag us. Use the hashtag BBQBragToWin. BBQ BRAGTOWIN. This way we can easily find your posts. Finally, drop a comment on our giveaway post telling us about your favorite barbecue recipe, or share your best barbecue tip, pictures, or videos. And here's the kicker. For each additional entry you want to earn, simply engage with us. Like and share the posts, comment on our episodes, or even send us a voice message with your barbecue questions or stories. The more you interact, the more chances you have to win. So get creative and show us your barbecue. Let's talk about the timeline. You have until the 25th of each month to enter. You don't want to miss it, and who knows, it could be you. Why are we putting on this giveaway? Well, we want to express our thanks to each and every one of you who tunes in each week. Your support means the world, and this giveaway is our way of giving back to this amazing barbecue community that we're building together. And we really do want to hear from you. So what topics do you want us to cover in future episodes? Are there any barbecue legends or techniques you want us to dive into? Share your thoughts in the comments when you enter the giveaway. This is all about community, and we want to make sure that we're bringing the content you all love. So to recap, subscribe to the podcast, follow us on social, share our latest episode using hashtag BBQBragToWin, and comment on our giveaway post. It's that easy. Get excited because this is your chance to elevate your barbecue game with some awesome gear. Good luck to everyone out there, and may the best griller win.